obviously the win must be a good, pretty good way to go for you.
Better than the alternative, for sure. Well, look, credit to the team because going into the game at 1-3 put a fair bit of pressure on everybody, and look, we've worked overtime in our defence through the pre-season, and I thought we guarded really well. I think they had 45 points with 5 minutes to go in the game, so the defence set the game up. So really happy with that, happy for the team that they got that reward. And yeah, offensively, I think fair to say we're still a work in progress, but yeah, pleased about the defensive effort.
You talked about how the side was 1-3. Is it kind of like a weight lifted off your shoulders that you've got that win after?
Oh, I think if we had I mean, you're never out of it, but if we had dropped another game or two, then the whole mood is sort of infected by that pressure all the time. So it's, yeah, I think just some good relief to actually get that second win and great confidence for everyone.
I think last week we talked about how the side conceded 48 points in that second half and more up to 64 points. Were you happy with that, the team's effort in defence today?
Oh, today I was, but I had to get better after the second half that we played last Sunday, because I thought that we just went away from our rules completely and got our heads down, because we are having some patches where we can't score. So yeah, we just didn't compete at the level that we needed to. So this was a good rebound back effort today mentally.
And Shanice, obviously coming back from back injury, did you expect her to go out and make 19 points?
Oh well, look, the 19 points with Shanice, she's capable of that any time. Look, she's really struggled with the back injury, and it's been something that she can wake up with, and it's bad. So that can take her out without much notice, I suppose. So yeah, she had a couple of good training runs through this week, even though they were a bit shorter. And I talked to her this morning, and she said, "Yeah, I'm right to go." So and she'll get a lot better yet, but definitely the 19 points was really helpful.
Keely, obviously it was very popular with the side of desperate almost today. Like, it was high intensity, high physicality. Is this something that you kind of want to become?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously we were pretty disappointed after Sunday, whatever day that was. That's not how we want to play basketball, and we want to play, defensively and get out there and play really hard, and I think we did that today, so we're happy with that, and now we build on that for the next couple of games.
How are we doing that last quarter when we started to come back and take that lead as well?
Yeah, I think they're always going to have a run, like any good team is going to do that, so we built a good buffer by them, which is good, and we have to get a bit better and a bit smarter at handling that pressure, but I think we handled it okay.
Yeah, I know you mentioned quite happy with it today, but like you mentioned after 3 consecutive quarters, like what is it?
Well, I mean, the bedrock, the players have worked very, very hard, and they're in good shape. And as I said, we've invested a lot of time defensively, and we had a couple of close losses after our first win. So I didn't feel, it wasn't going to turn into a bad situation. I didn't feel for us. I mean, a rebounding performance was going to be there because we have worked so hard. But look, for various reasons, particularly a lot of injury, we've struggled with the continuity of the lineup, and things don't gel right away. I mean, it's not pure addition when you put all these players together. They don't stack on top of each other. So to find the chemistry and understand spots and where people are open and where to get them the ball and all those things, it does actually take a lot of time. And that's probably been my biggest frustration here at the Flames, is that we've had far too much turnover of the playing group, not by design. It's just been a bunch of circumstances as much as anything else. But look, I love the team that we've got, but they're new, they're brand new, and we've got to walk through the whole thing again.
I guess although it's something you seem like there's a lot more like experience, like last year was quite like you understand as well. You still got some of those experience. Like how have you gone and like coaching like this year?
Yeah, well, we needed to bring in some voices with leadership. I mean, look, getting Lauren back was massive, and then there were a couple of recruits that I felt were really important because, bringing Keely back to the club and her experience in the league, that was really important, and then getting another experienced point guard in Michaela, that was important for us as well. So I reckon that those three guys have had a good voice and good settling effect on the team. Because if you follow the Flames last year, I mean, I've never seen a program so injured as what we were. And then we ended up, thankfully, we got to the playoffs, but then we pretty much had a bunch of babies playing, and it was just hard to get to where we wanted to go. So, all of that's kind of frustrating, but I feel like the program's in a good place and really moving forward. But, just looking for that continuity.
Right. Firstly, congratulations on the happy birthday.
Thanks, Paul.
The government made some interesting passes. One of them not going to be in the way that Molloy and Calcan, who were in the how's that going?
Yeah, well, as I said from before, that's what they were brought here to do. I mean, look, Loz is obviously a gun player and hugely important to the Flames, so she's kind of got the quiet leadership by example part to her, and then I suppose Michaela's a bit more vocal and brings people together. But as I said, I think that they settled the group down pretty well, those two, and Keely, and then getting an experienced guardian and Ollie. But even that, I mean, we had Grace Berger coming in, and the same thing happened with Dee Richards last year. We lose the import right before the start of the season, and it's just such a disruption. So I can appreciate, as the head coach of the program, when you drop games and people aren't happy or say this or say that or whatever else, but it is really hard to get the mix of things right and to get the understanding and cohesion right. And so it's not as though you can just throw a team together and it's good. So if you change an import late, it takes a long time to work your way back through all the steps that you need to get the team at a good level again.
Yeah, without changing the imports late, while we don't necessarily score in the way we need to, she's been fulfilling the right in our way. Are you satisfied with the way that's been helping the team get the results?
Well, we saw some great assists and some really clever steals and how quick she is with her hands and that sort of stuff today. I don't think she's hit a basket in 3 of the games she's played, so her shooting's not there yet. When we lost Grace to an injury, and actually Keely helped us with the recruitment of Ollie, because they played together at Canberra before. Ollie hadn't played for a month, and she was up front to let us know, look, when my last season finished, I've done nothing. I really wanted a break. And so she let us know that it was going to be hard to get a better player than her available right then and there, because Europe's starting, Asia's starting, everyone's playing. So she was the right player to get. But yeah, she hadn't done anything. So, she's got a long way to go, actually. I think she should get a lot better.
Just about Uni Thompson as well, she has a couple of big movement plays in the last quarter, but I know she had some pretty scores as well over the years this season, so I feel like she's always had some final in there.
Well, I was really impressed with Meek's defence and rebounding today, because we knew that team's really big at their wings, because they go with Poch and Sarah. You've got girls over 6 feet at their wings, and Sissoko, if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, I mean, she's a gun of a player. So they're really tall across their 2, 3, 4 spots. And we had to rebound really well, but I thought particularly Meek and Agnes did a wonderful job with that. The energy that they bring and the defensive application. So I really trust what they can do there. Obviously, it's their rookie year in the WNBL out of college for both. So there's been some nerves and other things to kind of work through. So I think that game's a great confidence builder for both of them. But no, through their work that they did in the pre-season, they've certainly earned their spot in the rotation.
Just going back to Agnes, it was her first game coming off the bench tonight. Do you think that the college team would be another far easier enough and will have got to practice her so she could watch the game and observe before going and perhaps like tonight?
Watching her college team, they were one of the few teams I feel, because college basketball is a very different style, and her college team played much more of a fever style game. And so when I was watching her play, I thought that she would make that transition pretty well. But actually, look, I go back a long way with Agnes, because when I was coaching at the Melbourne Boomers, I had her as a development player before she went to Stanford, or a training player or something, so we connected back then. And then COVID hit, and she didn't even know if she could go to college or go to Stanford, and we were obviously trying to keep her around because we thought way back then when she was only 18 that she was going to be a great player. But anyway, she got to college, and Stanford was a good program for her, but hard to get a consistent opportunity, and then transferred and did great at TCU.
I just got one question for you, which is sitting next to you from the table at the end of last year, and now she's on top scoring at Arkansas in college. Do you feel like a sense of like pride watching her and you were
Oh, always with Bonnie. I mean, what a great competitor, and we knew we only had her for a year, and yeah, some of the rules I don't. They're still at amateur status, but with all the nil money in college basketball, I don't really understand why we have amateur players or amateur contracts anymore. It doesn't make sense to me. But we knew we only had Bonnie for a year, and then I think, to be honest, we didn't really know if she would play too much, so we sort of viewed it more as a development opportunity for her, and then she would be better by the time she got to college. And then we had, what the hell, 6-7 season-ending injuries last year, and all of a sudden she's on Sammy Whitcomb and in the finals and playing, so great for her.
What about the playoff race? It is a competitive. You guys have to be in the national team final, great. And you guys certainly to match up against the Canberra Nationals. You know, you don't quarter muscle game.
The Capitals, sorry, do you mean? Oh, they're always really tough games. I mean, that's highly competitive. It's probably I suppose the closest thing to a New South Wales rivalry at the moment. Very physical games all the time. But no, I don't think we're not at a point yet, because it's such a new group that we actually know who we are all you know, who we've got to beat or who we've got to get through. I just think that when it came down to it last season, there were 4 critical games that we had to win, and we won them. And yeah, I mean, there was a Caps game there, but there was, I think, an Adelaide game and a Flyers game and that sort of stuff. But we were sort of hanging on for dear life through that period of time to make it. We just won the right games. But they're always great games, and I mean, they're tough to play against for sure.
I know you got the lights on the knees. This morning game was scoring check yourself, but always a good after the dub. What's the mindset feeling like with the girls in the locker room?
Yeah, we're just really excited, obviously, to get a win, and now we've refocused for Sunday, and I think that's another really gettable game for us. We have to come in ready, so we're just excited to do that.
Was having a unique on the protection causing that spark between, was that like intentional, or was it a
Oh no, we definitely planned it that way. I mean, there were a few reasons why Lara, she had a job to do at the start of the game, but with Lara and Swaney coming into the lineup, I felt good about the quality of what we were likely to get off our bench. I thought that could be advantageous for us, and I think, yeah, those four girls, Nick, Agnes, Izzy and Michaela all played really well.
So look about Lauren Nicholson. Her impact, not just on the court, but with her energy. I think she played 27 minutes straight, and then she went on the bench when she got Morgan. She started getting buckets, and Lauren Nicholson was the first player up there. What's it like playing with her, having her on the bench, showing that love and support for the rest of the group?
Well, she's an awesome player. I mean, she's just such a great player at both ends of the floor. I'm feeling for her a bit because she's been so physically guarded all the time. So coming into this game, she's been averaging 24, I think. And because we've had, you know, our offense has got a long way to go, so we've had some yips and execution issues and whatever. So she's bailed us out a lot. So I think that, yeah, tonight she had a few turnovers and probably was feeling the fatigue part of it. But to answer your question, I mean, she's just so heavily guarded that she's got to deal with that and then produce. So just credit to her.
You mentioned Izzy Morgan working her way into the rotation and a really strong guard rotation in general this season. But that has seen other people in front of the rotation in the last couple of games. Where is she now? What do you see from her?
Yeah, no real negatives on Carla at all. It's just been a very competitive situation. And again, Carla, like Bonnie D's last year, just got good opportunity to play. And then we've strengthened that backcourt rotation. And as I said, nothing negative about what she's done. She's got some teammates around her that have been really good and deserve that opportunity. So, you know, she's got some work-ons there that, particularly with the defence and stuff, that I'm asking her to do. And look, overall, I'm really proud of how our pathways are emerging with our Future Flames program and all of these players that are coming through Future Flames and getting their start into WNBL. That's been a huge win for the program and trying to internally develop and be a true player development club. So all of those people you're talking about are coming through that system. So, you know, Carla will keep working and she'll get her opportunity.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.